What's up, guys? Justin here with TheSketchUpEssentials.com. So as you know, SketchUp 2025 is here. I'm going to show you a quick way to migrate all of your extensions to the new version. Let's go ahead and just jump into it. Okay, and so previously migrating your extensions was a very painful process, but in SketchUp 2025, SketchUp has rolled out a new tool that you can find in the extension warehouse and what you want to look for. And I would imagine it'll show up in featured extensions eventually, but you want to look for the extension migration extension or the extension migrator right here. And so what this does is this automates the process for transferring extensions from older versions. So in this case, we want to make sure that we've installed the extension migrator. So you can just click on install in order to install that. And then once you do that, you should find an option under extensions, migrate extensions right here. Okay, and so then what you're going to have is you're going to have a drop down for all of the installed versions of SketchUp that you have on your computer. And you can migrate extensions from any version that you want. But in my case, I want to migrate the extensions from SketchUp 2024. So we're going to click on next right here, and notice how all of the extensions that I have installed on my computer, I can check if they've already been moved over. They're not checked, right? So I've got a ton of different extensions in here that I can move over. So I'm going to leave all of these checked, and I'm going to click on the option for migrate. And so what that's going to do is that's going to migrate over the extensions into this new version. So when we click on this, it's going to take a while to do this, right? You're going to see a little checkbox as it moves these over, and it's going to migrate these extensions to your new version. Okay, and then once you do this, it's going to ask you to restart SketchUp. So I'm going to click on I guess there's really only one option, which is restart later, but I'm going to close SketchUp and reopen it. And then the next time you open up SketchUp, all of those extensions are going to show up on your page. And so if you've got extensions like SubD and Sketch Plus, those windows are going to pop up. And a lot of the extensions that you have are going to ask for your serial number again for the licenses. For now, I just say cancel. And I go ahead and just let it load everything. You're going to get a bunch of pop-ups the first time that you do this. And so the cool thing about this is the extensions that don't work yet or haven't been updated, the errors that they throw get caught by this extension error manager. And so what that means is that you can go through and you can do a few different things with this. So for example, you can uninstall them completely. So if you just don't want them on your computer anymore, you can uninstall them. You can also disable them using the little button right here. And then for the ones that are saying they couldn't be identified as an extension, I'm just going to uninstall them completely. So this will go through and this will just delete those right here. So now those are all disabled and I shouldn't have issues with those anymore. So this extension error manager is super valuable. But then when you're done, you are going to have a little bit of work going through and actually like deleting out or closing out all of these windows like this. And so you might note there's a ton of windows that pop up when you do this if you have a bunch of SketchUp extensions. One of the things that I would recommend is actually going into the extension manager, and I would select all and disable everything, and then go back in and just mark enabled for the extensions that you actually want to have enabled. That way you don't have to go through and close like a million different windows. But then once you apply the changes and restart SketchUp, then you're only going to see the pop-up for the extensions that you actually want to see show up in SketchUp. And just note that some of the extensions that you have on your computer may not have been updated yet to run with the new version of SketchUp. So you might just have to wait on the developer to do an update. Depending on how old those extensions may be, some of those old extensions may not get updated at all, but most of the time they either run or will be updated or run by the developer at some point. So my recommendation is usually to keep the old version that you are using installed on your computer as well, in case some of those plugins or extensions don't work or you have any kind of instability you need to work through. There's no real reason to delete the old version because you can log into either one. So I would recommend keeping both 2024 and 2025 while you get used to working with 2025. All right, so much easier way to install extensions or move your extensions over in SketchUp 2025. I'm really excited for this feature, and I'm excited to see what you're going to have to say about it. So let me know in the comments down below how you feel about this. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks, guys.